Most everybody knows about my go-kart project, but this is another project I've had going on for quite some time. This is an old Atari 1040 ST computer. I think it dates back to the late 80s, like 89 or so. I picked it up because when I was a kid, I think the last time I worked on one of these, I was about 16 years old. I always wanted one, but back then they were like $700. Couldn't afford it. I have one now. Problem is, it's not got a standard monitor output, so I've had to adapt the output of the computer to work with a VGA monitor, and I'm doing that with this box over here. However, I've had problems with it. I've worked on it several times, and usually it won't boot when it's all plugged together. And so today I got back into it, and what I did was I started disconnecting wires that go to the cable one at a time to see which one was causing it not to boot. And I had pulled them all and it still wouldn't boot, and I thought, that's strange, none of the wires are hooked up anymore, so why won't the computer start up? And I got to thinking about it. This is like a 15-pin cable. I'm only using 6 of the cables, or 6 of the wires in the cable. So I had actually toned out all of the cables so that I could match up the connector, and then I took all the cables I wasn't using and I wrapped them over the cable itself and black taped it. Well, the idea that I kind of got was maybe I've shorted those cables that I've wrapped up around the main cable, and maybe that's causing me all my problems, because although I'm only using 6 of the 13 pins, all 13 pins go to something, and that could be the problem. So what I've done is I've unwrapped all those cables, and sure enough, they were all shorted together. I've clipped them so they can't touch each other anymore, and I'm really hopeful that this is going to start up, because it's been a long time. So I think I'm going to start it, and hopefully the first thing I'll see, if it's better, I'm going to see the floppy drive light come on, and that'll tell me that at least it's coming up, and hopefully even a display. That would be great. So I did get the floppy light and a gray screen. The floppy light, that's good. The computer's booting, but I might have some issues with video or video sync yet. I'd say I've definitely made some progress. Oh, I didn't give it long enough. There we go. Yes, came up. That's awesome. Oh man, I can't believe a little mistake, and it's really been like 2 or 3 months because of that. There's some ripple in it, but it's not bad. The computer's like 30 years old, and it might be due to just my cable lengths. Maybe if I shorten these up, there's probably some crosstalk between all the cables. I don't really know how to use this computer. The last time I had one turned on was, I was about 16 years old. It wasn't even my computer. Desktop info. GEM Graphic Environment Manager, TOS, Atari, 1985, 86, 87, 88, 89. That's cool. That's pretty neat. There's the floppy drive directory. You know, I'm sure I'm going to have to learn how all this works. It can't be that hard, but okay. There's some things we can do. Puzzle. I don't know what that is. Calculator. Huh. Let's see. 10. plus 10 equals, yep, that works. What else we got here? Breakout. Oh, mouse moves the paddle. Huh. That's cool. This computer hasn't probably run in 30 years. I can't believe it's even starting. I'm surprised the capacitors are all good in it. It's got an internal power supply. That's amazing. I don't know how to stop this. Oh, there we go. Huh. Well, that's cool. I'm so glad this is working. It's working good enough at least. And I did, having a lot of confidence in myself, I bought a whole bunch of software for this, which isn't easy to find. And even the software, like this game here, this is a game that we used to play on this computer way back when. This is 30 years old, maybe older. I don't even know if it's going to work. I'll give it a shot, but no, I'm really happy to have this working. I cannot believe that. This thing is so cool. So, oh. So I was going in there to shut this computer down, but these old computers you didn't shut down like you do a new one. You just turn them off, shut down. So, cool. Glad it's working. That's really neat. I'm going to try to play some video games on it tonight.